Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name is Crazy Pie, and today we're going to be talking about the best console settings layout, aka the best Apex Legends console settings guide for Season 2. I figured I would show you guys and help you guys try and find the best console settings for you guys to run with here in the new season of Apex Legends, because new season, new everything, new ways to play, and now I'm be coming at you guys, hopefully trying to help you find the best console settings guide and the best layout for you guys to use on Apex Legends. Real quickly, I'm sorry if you can hear that noise in the background. My PS4 just decided to launch like a rocket. I don't know why the fan is going nuts, but that shouldn't stop us from recording this video, so let's get into the settings right now. So obviously, I play on PS4. If you guys have seen any one of my other console settings, guides and videos, everything is mostly the exact same, except I have subtitles turned off. I have mostly just everything here. You can see it for yourself. I have crosshair damage feedback like that, damage numbers with both. Ping, I have it on faded for some reason. And then obviously everything is just pretty much the exact same. Mini-map rotation, I leave that off just so it's more like a Call of Duty type of feel, but it's completely up to you. Here's where the actual meat and potatoes of the video matter. So these are going to be your main controller settings. Now, as you guys can see here, for sensitivity, I used to use 6 and 3. I'll get into that later. ALC is advanced look controls. I'm going to talk very in depth about that later, so stay tuned for that. But in terms of my actual button layout, I use customized, but my customized is basically the exact same as using evolved. So if you want to use evolved, go ahead and use evolved. I just hit it as customized just so I can say I use custom buttons, just because it kind of sounds cooler to say I use custom buttons rather than to say I use evolved. So honestly, I just changed all of my custom buttons to evolved. They're literally the exact same as you guys can see here. The jump is L1, the crouch is R, push down. Same thing here with evolved. So either or, you can use evolved or you can use customized, but they're basically the same thing. A lot of people say bumper jumper is good. It's pretty much the exact same, except your melee is R. That would be good, but in my opinion, I don't really melee in this game because it's not a one-hit melee. So there's not really too much point, in my opinion, of meleeing, because you're not going to hit them and knock them in one hit. So I just stay evolved, because then you can jump while you're moving, and you keep your thumb on the stick, and you can look around as you're jumping, and it makes jump shots as well as crouch shots a lot easier. So I just keep it on that. I use hold the crouch mainly because you cannot slide hop anymore. I had it on hold the crouch because when you used to be able to slide hop, but now they took slide hopping out, so I still just leave it on hold because I'm still kind of used to it. Hold the aim, aiming, if you want to use toggle, go for it. I find it quite odd in my opinion for some reason, but hey, if you like toggle to aim, go for it. L2, R2 dead zones, honestly, if you want to make them kind of easier and kind of like trigger stops, put them on none. That means that there's basically no dead zone for you to push down. The smallest tap of your thumbstick will make it so that you shoot and aim your gun. So if you want to shoot faster than the enemy, put it on none. But me being the big klutz that I am, I always end up shooting when I don't mean to. So I don't really like that, and I just put it on default just because I don't want to shoot and blow my team's position when we're in the middle of a gunfight. Now here's where the meat and potatoes come in to this video. So advanced look controls here, you can set these to whatever you like. My personal sensitivity that I used to use is 6 for regular, ADS is 3, everything here. But here's where we want to get talking here. So advanced look controls, you want to turn this on, and then here's what you want to do. So my dead zone straight up at 0. You can move it back to default. I moved it straight back to 0, so there's no delay when you're moving your stick. Put your outer threshold towards 0 as well. This basically makes it so that you have the full stick to move with. I quite like it a lot. I like it a lot. You want to leave your response curve at the regular amount. You don't really want to mess with that too much just because it can get confusing when you are playing. As you can see here, it's basically just like the regular response curve that every other FPS uses. And I played Titanfall 2 a lot, so this is basically the exact same and I'm kind of used to it. Target composition. This is aim assist. This influences look input when aiming at targets. So it's kind of like aim assist. It's kind of like sticky aim put together. Don't turn this off. Leave that on. Aim assist is going to help you out a ton when you're playing a battle royale game especially. My yaw speed is pretty much around 3/4 of the way. Your yaw speed is basically going to be your horizontal sensitivity. This basically dictates how fast or how slow your character will move their head left or right, aka side to side. Your pitch speed, I have this around halfway. It's basically going to dictate your horizontal sensitivity, or sorry, your vertical sensitivity, so up or down. And then, turning extra yaw, I leave this at default. I leave pretty much most of these ones at default except for this one here. I leave it just around there. Basically what these 2 extra ones do is when you move your stick all the way over, it's going to be moving at an accelerated speed, I guess. So it's pretty good, I guess. I just leave it at mostly the defaults here. Like I said earlier, this whole guide is basically just me trying to help you guys and explain, you know, for you guys to try and help you guys build off of my settings to find your own best settings. So, you know, what I use might not be the best for you, but hopefully this is going to help you guys find the best settings for you. Ramp up time and ramp up delay, both I just leave at default. There's no real point in touching it, as you guys can see here. There's no point of adding a delay to when your stick is going to move, because why would you want a delay in an FPS game? And then when it's at maximum, you just want to leave that at there. You can mess with that if you want. As you guys can see from the definition there, it's when the stick input is at maximum, how long it takes any extra yaw or extra pitch to reach the full strength. So that's basically if you use these. I just leave it at there because I don't want to add a delay for these 2 settings. This is basically like a delayer for the extra pitch and extra yaw. I leave it at default just because I don't want to mess with it too much. Now these two settings right here are crucial. These are going to be your ADS sensitivity as well as your ADS sensitivity for horizontal and vertical. So I leave these pretty much just 1 notch past default. I mean, my pitch speed might be at default, but I leave my yaw speed just 1 past default. I don't like to have it too fast. You know, you can mess with this if you want. If you want your aim to be more precise, try and have it lower. If you want to have your aim a little bit more faster so you can track targets, move the stick a little bit more to the right end of the screen. So mess with that if you want. That's basically going to be your ADS sensitivity. Yaw speed is left and right, and then pitch speed is up and down. The extra yaw and extra pitch, basically these 4 at the bottom here are going to be the exact same as up top, but they have to do with, you know, actual ADS. I use these 2 all the way down because you do not want a delay when you're ADSing. That's going to be bad. It's not terrible, but you don't really want a ramp up delay when you are moving your thumbstick when you're aiming. Same thing with the extra pitch and yaw. I don't want to have too much, because obviously why would you want to have too much when you have your stick all the way at the max distance? So I just leave these ones at default because it doesn't mess with your aim too much. It just leaves it at normal aim. Honestly, with your ADS, the only 2 that really matter are going to be your pitch and yaw. You don't really want to mess with these 2 too much, because that's going to start to mess and confuse your aim a little bit. The more simple you can keep your aim and your aim sensitivities, that's what's going to be honestly more beneficial in my opinion, unless you want to spend hours, you know, training with it. I just like to keep it at normal because I'm a simple guy. And yeah, that's all of the advanced look controls that you guys can hopefully build off of. I'll give you guys one final look here. They're pretty simple in my opinion. You know, try and use my guide to build your own, because honestly, one person's sensitivity and one person's setting can't dictate what everyone else is going to use. Now here's what is also pretty crucial. I have color correction on my game, as you guys can see here. If I go here, my screen obviously is going to look a little bit more colorful and a little bit different. That means that my brightness is probably going to be a little bit more different than yours. I leave it pretty much at the, you know, the second last bar here. If I move it over, you guys can see there. It just helps me out. I might turn it up just a little bit here, just because I've been having difficulty seeing in caves and stuff like that in the game. Field of view, I leave it at 100. You can go for 110 if you really want to. I just kind of find it, you know, easier for me to view it at 100. That's what I've been using in Titanfall all my life, basically, when I played that game. Sprint shake, leave it at minimum. You know, you don't want to have sprint shake in this game. I recently watched a review on sprint shake as well. If I can find the video, I'll leave it linked in the description. But sprint shake, basically, if you use it, if you look at the ground as you're running with Caustic or Gibraltar, the 2 biggest characters, that's when you're going to notice it a lot more. So just try and put it on minimal. You don't really want to have too much sprint shake on. In terms of volume, I honestly just leave it at 100 for sound effects. Your sound effects are going to be the most crucial, because that's going to be your footsteps, grenades, gunshots, etc. Master volume, obviously you want to leave that all the way up. Dialogue 20, music at 20. It's just going to be a 1/4 of the way to max, I believe, or a 1/5 of the way. I'm on summer break, so obviously I'm not going to know my fractions too much here, but you want to try and have it at around 1/4 of the way full. Obviously you still want to hear people's voices, and you still want to hear the music, so you know, you don't really want to drown out the sound effects, but you can still hear them. Lobby music, I just like to have it there just so I'm not bored and not listening to nothing, so I just leave it at 60. Disable voice chat and convert incoming voice chat to text chat. Not too sure what those do, so I just leave those on there. And if you guys want to see my stats, I don't really know if I'm comfortable showing you guys here. My stats are kind of weak, but there's my stats. So as you guys can see here, that's what I'm rocking with here, and that's going to conclude the video. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you guys, you know, found it helpful, and I hope you guys could find your own best settings judging from my guide. But yeah, like I said, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another daily video. Comment down below how you guys are enjoying season 2 so far. I'm literally loving it. I love season 2. It's really refreshing, especially playing in ranked mode. I love it a lot. It's just a lot of fun. And it's going to be a good season. I'm looking forward to playing this all summer long. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another daily video. Have a great day, guys. Peace out.